Three things that are not directly connected to your manifestation journey but will help you get your manifestations faster. I know that you must have seen thousands of videos already. You are trying to manifest what you want. It is something that is an innate, deep desire that you have. And you must have seen videos where everyone talks about techniques, manifestation rituals, affirmations, visualizations, and everything. I think I have also made around 600, 700 videos on this channel where I talk about different things that you can do to get your manifestations faster. But what are the other things that you can do? What are some extra benefits that you can create? I will give you a small example. So, for an athlete, let's say, to get better at their game, they have to practice their game. That is one thing that can help them get better. But similarly, there are other things that can actually help them improve their game, their nutrition, their sleep, how they actually have a life outside of the game, how they actually recover, what are the methods that they do to emotionally decompress, what are the things that they do to recover faster, what are the conversations that they have with their coaches. All of these things, actually, they might not be the main cause of them getting better, but these small things as an addition help them get better in their manifestation journeys or in their athletic journeys here, but I'm just talking about it in the manifestation sense. So that will help you in your manifestation journey. So let's talk about what are your recovery, what is your sleep, how what is your nutrition in the manifestation process. So the first thing that you don't even know will really help you in your manifestation journey, and you know it, it's self concept. So let me explain to you a little bit of what self-concept actually means. In the simplest ways possible, self-concept means what you feel is believable for you and what you believe you can actually achieve. Now, you can have one common self-concept. Let's say it can be, I am generally someone who believes I can get what I want. And then you can have different self-concepts in different areas of your life. So maybe my self-concept in relationships is different. Maybe my self-concept in money is different. Maybe my self-concept when it comes to my health is different. All of these different areas will actually be affected by what your main self-concept is. So if I generally have a good self-concept, my probability of having a better self-concept in all my areas is going to be high. If my general self-concept is not good, my probability of having a poor self-concept in all other areas is high. This does not mean that there is, it's written in stone. There will be some areas where even if your general self-concept is bad, you might have a great concept of yourself, and vice versa. So for example, you can have a great self-concept of yourself generally but still struggle in relationships, which is common for most people, right? You come into working on yourself, but and I get this with some clients who say that I am generally doing good in all areas of my life, but my self-concept is struggling in relationship. The thing is, identifying your self concept and what and how you can work on that is very important, because it becomes the guiding factor of how you receive your manifestations, how confident you are that you will receive them, and how you are able to maintain them. See, there are different ways to receive what you want. There are two ways to be in a relationship. One way to be in a relationship is where you had to beg your partner to take you back, where you're constantly walking on eggshells, where you're constantly worried that your partner will leave you. And there another way of getting into a relationship is you feel confident about yourself. You know that just as you are lucky to have your partner is also lucky to have you. And you had a peaceful time while receiving your manifestations because your life had other things in it. So just focusing on that will really create a better idea for you. Now, I know that you will ask me how to work on my self concept, Karan. So I will give you some tips on what you can instantly do to improve your self concept. So one way is to buy my self concept course. A lot of people have bought it. They have gotten amazing successes from it. So if you want that, you can DM me or email me. But I also created a 2 week self concept challenge, which is out there for free. Now I already have it on my Instagram, but I am planning to make a video on that explaining it. People have gotten a lot of benefits from that too. What are other ways that you can improve your self concept? Having a routine, having some structure will always give you something to fall back to if you have resistance. So having a small routine where you do certain things in certain ways will really help you. Now, I have seen that every time I fix a routine for myself and I'm very disciplined, obsessively disciplined towards it, and it doesn't come from lack or fear. It comes because I really want to be the best version of myself. my other areas automatically start to get better. Manifestations start to come in faster. I don't have to stop myself. I don't have to worry when will they come. They just automatically come to me because that is my concept of myself. I become someone who stands by their word, and I become someone who's impeccable by their word. And the world, the universe, subconscious, whatever you want to call it, gives that back to me. So the world reflects back to me who I am with myself. And that is something very beautiful to achieve. Self concept will also help you to not settle in relationships. If I start to feel good about myself, if I start to understand that I deserve more, I will be less prone to settling. I will be less, going for breadcrumbs. I will stop making excuses for someone treating me bad. I will stop constantly pedestalizing them. All of these things will also help me receive my manifestations faster because I will not be obsessed. I will not be settling. I will be in a state of confidence and fulfillment. Another way you can help your self concept is by doing self concept affirmations. Now, these can be and have to be specific to your area. So, I won't be able to name them, but in my 2 week self concept challenge, I have given some general affirmations. So, you can check it out on my Instagram, or I will make a video on this in the next week. So, you can check it out then. What is the next thing that you can do that can really help you in your manifestation journey? It is to have a social life. Now, why do I say that? So, firstly, we humans are social animals. We want some social connection. We thrive on it. It is something that we do and something that we crave, right? In fact, there was this study that was done where it was written that, and I don't remember the exact study, but the major, the separating factor of the study was, for me at least, was that it was written that being rejected by your peers, being rejected by people was a worse fear than death. So we would rather not be rejected than to not die, because dying means we have went away, but being rejected is even worse for our minds because we are social creatures. You will see some commonalities in people, who are struggling, especially when it comes to relationships. So, and I'm not saying you are one of them. I'm saying that this is a commonality. People who struggle in relationships are also struggling in other relationships that they have. They are struggling in their social life, with their work, things in that side. They are probably also struggling with their friends that they have, which are very close friends, because they feel people don't understand me. A big reason why this happens is once we start having a good social life, we start to recognize how much love is actually available to me. Now, this might not just be romantic love, this can just be love in general. But when we start getting that love, it actually makes us feel very fulfilled because we start to recognize how much love is there present in the first place. I will help you understand this with one example. So, one of my clients, she's manifesting love in her life. And recently, what happened is she, due to some reason, had to leave the place that she was working on, and because of which a lot of people threw this party for her. And she said after the end of the day that, Karan, I did not even know how many people loved me, and I lived with them on a daily basis. Do you see how this social connection helped her recognize that, there are so many people who love me? And love can sometimes not be so loud, sometimes it's very, very silent, because they didn't start loving her on the last day, they loved her throughout. It's just that they showed her on the last day. So, having a social life really helps with you recognizing that there is an abundance of love out there. Another way that a social life can help is then you're not constantly focused on how this one person can come and fix all my problems, because other areas of your life are fulfilled. So, I had this client and I will give her example. She told me that, what, Karan, a big reason why my obsession towards my specific person goes on deeper and deeper is because he was also the person who was the main source of my social life. Now that I don't have him, whenever I need to go out, I need to watch a movie, I need to go to a restaurant, I have to do it alone because I did not have friends that did not connect us together. So, because of this, now I just feel alone, and because of which my mind feels that if he comes back, all of my problems would be solved. But that wouldn't be the case, right? Because then this becomes a different situation. We are connecting two things together. But that is why having a social life of yourself really, really helps. Also, then you will not have constant urges to just contact your person all the time, because you will have something to do in your life which is emotionally engaging. The third thing that will really help you in your manifestation journey is keeping yourself emotionally fulfilled. Now, I will help you understand this with another example. Let's say I want to manifest a relationship, and the level of happiness I can feel in that relationship is 10, right? So let's say it's 10 out of 10. Right now, let's say the happiness in my life is 1 out of 10. Now, what happens is when we have this 9 number lack, we are going to feel so much lack. We are going to feel very obsessed. We are going to feel the need for that friendship or for that relationship or for that specific person even more. Now, I do have tools in my life which I can use, which can help me feel at least 6 happy or at least 7 happy. Now, these can be having a hobby, working out, doing some job that I really like, meeting friends, doing all these things which can keep me emotionally fulfilled, right? What happens is our mind, how it works is it feels that, you know what, if I cannot get 10 out of 10, I won't even go for it because what's the point? Now, when we go in that direction, what we are unconsciously doing is we are telling ourselves that happiness, even if it's a little bit, is not important, which is not true. Keeping yourself emotionally fulfilled, and I know it won't be to the same level that you might get into your relationship, but at least reaching to 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 will help you decrease the obsession, will help you decrease the negativity, will stop you from constantly thinking about it. And that in itself is a win, regardless of if it helps you get your manifestations or not, because you don't want to spend the whole day just thinking about the person. You don't want to spend the whole day constantly over analyzing on what is happening. So just working on that and creating emotional helpful triggers outside of what you are wanting will really help you getting that thing in the first place. When I tell this to clients, and I know that when I tell this to you, you must also feel that, he's trying to take me away from my manifestations. But that's not true. I'm trying to get you closer to them, because focusing on these parts will actually help you detach, which is one crucial aspect of your manifestation journey. So I really hope that this video helps you, and I hope that you apply these tips in your life, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you like the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.